The 2024 Atlas is no longer coming soon. It's here, and it looks great. I got a chance to check it out in person, and for the most part, I love the changes they've made. Fresh in my mind is the week I spent with the current gen Atlas Cross Sport. So in this video, I want to compare the 23 model to the 24. We'll look at them side by side, and I'll give you my impressions, and talk about the changes to the powertrains. Here we get a good look at the exterior styling. You'll notice the prominent updates to the front and rear. The sides of the vehicle are basically unchanged, keeping the same body lines as the outgoing model. I like the changes to the rear overall, but I feel like this was a great opportunity to nix the fake exhaust tips built into the bumpers. Now let's turn our attention to the side-by-side look at the current and upcoming models. I like the stacked headlight design, and it makes way for a wider, more aggressive looking grille and an updated bumper design. Here's a side-by-side walk-around of the two generations. Keep in mind that the one on the beach is a Cross Sport and on the other end of the trim spectrum, so they will look a little different. This just gives you a general idea as to how the shape has changed. The footage from the beach was from my review of the Atlas Cross Sport, so check that out here for my full impressions on that. Here's a look at the two interiors. The outgoing model is up top. The majority of change here comes by way of the dash and the center console. While I do like the looks of the new interior, I have to point out the lack of radio knobs, and the climate controls have moved to just below the screen, integrated into the piano black strip that runs the dash. The new shifter, love it or hate it, should improve access to the cubby in the front of the console, and I'm not a fan of the start button way down on the center console, but they did move it to a more intuitive spot above the shift lever. Let's tour the interior from my perspective. I'll mix in some professional shots courtesy of VW from time to time as well. Now, aside from the new console and updated seating materials, it's mostly the same Atlas from the dash back. The dash does look clean without the climate controls in the stack, and if you look closely you will notice a volume button in the center of the climate control area, flanked by the dual zone controls. Gone is the handy little cubby on top of the dash, but I feel like the bigger cubby near the center armrest makes up for that. And lighting controls switch from a knob to buttons. Both the infotainment and instrument screens received upgrades. A new 12-inch infotainment screen and digital dash are standard on all trims, as are ventilated front seats. Hopping into the back, this is where the Atlas shines as a people mover. These things are cavernous for what they are, and the Atlas, the Traverse, the Telluride, and the all-new Grand Highlander top my list of the roomiest, most comfortable midsize 3 rows available. And the Cross Sport has even more second row space. The wheelbases are the same, and without the third row, they have space to move the second row back a bit. Now earlier I mentioned the standard front ventilated seats, and that's just one of the interior upgrades the Atlas lineup will see for 24. A heated steering wheel is now standard, and both heated second row seats and leather seating surfaces are available one trim lower than on 2023 models. Well, as we tour the interior some more, let's talk powertrains, because someone is missing from the party this year, and that someone is the V6 engine. The Atlas lineup can only be had with a new 2-liter Turbo 4 that puts out 269 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with an 8-speed transmission. Volkswagen claims this pairing will bring better performance and fuel economy. Towing capacity remains the same at 5,000 pounds, and front-wheel drive is standard throughout the lineup with all-wheel drive available on all models. Look for the Atlas twins to go on sale in Q3 of 2023, and if I get the chance to drive one, you'll see it here on 4-Wheel Reviews. And if you're in the market for an SUV, be sure to check out our SUV playlist. Thanks for watching.